Hello everyone, my name is Satvik and welcome back to another Python programming video. So today in this video we are going to discuss about the Python conditional statements, that is the if else and elif. But before starting that, let me first tell you, you have to go to files. Just click on the new file. I have just created that and save this file as the Python file. So I will move on to my Python practice file. So today in this video we are going to discuss about the if else and elif conditional statement. So what do you mean by this? So first of all, let us discuss about the if condition in general terms. So what do you mean by if in general terms? For example, if I am hungry, then I will eat something. If I am not, then I will not eat. Let us take another example. If a mother gives a condition to her daughter that if she completes her homework before dinner, then she will get a chocolate, otherwise she will not get a chocolate. So this is mean by the if condition. So there is a flow chart which is in your screen that which show you if a condition is satisfied, then you have to print some condition, otherwise you do, have to print some another conditions. And so this is flow chart. So this flow chart is this all about. So let us move to let's make some code, and with this code you will be able to understand the if condition in a more deep manner. For example, we have a is equal to, first of all let us assign a variable a with some integer value that is 80, and b is equal to 100. So now we are going to apply the if statement. If a is greater than b, you have to add a colon, and when we press enter, this comes in the next line. So what we need to do, we need to print. So let's take a smaller than statement because we have taken a is equal to 80. Then print a is smaller just save this file, and we are getting a is smaller as the output. So this is a if condition, that here you can see that a is 80, b is 100. Clearly we can see that a is smaller than b, so this condition is satisfied, so we are getting a is smaller. Let's check out a case and assign a is equal to 120. So in this case, what we are getting as the output, we are getting nothing as the output. So we do not want to leave this code as such, that if a is greater than b, we are not getting as something as the output. For this we have else part. So what is else? That if our condition is not satisfied, that was in if, so we have to print some another statement. So the else keyword catches anything which isn't caught by the preceding conditions. So now in else part we will print another statement that b is smaller. So now when we print it, we are getting b is smaller. So this was all about if else statement. Now we have another method, that is the elif method. So the elif keyword is Python way of saying if the previous conditions were not true, then try this condition. For example, let's take c is equal to 90, and here we need to add another statement. So how we are going to do, we can add else part, elif part, elif c. It means that else if c is smaller than a, so we need to print c is smaller. So when we print it, we are getting c smaller as the output. here you can see, now you're wondering why this else condition is not satisfied, not printed, because first it will check the if condition. So the if condition is not satisfied because a was not smaller than b. So now it will come to else if statement. Else if means if condition is not satisfied, then come to this statement and check this statement whether c is smaller than a. Yes, c was smaller than a, then it will print this statement. And now it will not check for the else statement because else if statement is being satisfied. So now we have shorthand if else method. So but before that we will check the shorthand if, how we are going to do. If a is greater than b, then you need to print that a is greater. So we are getting a is greater as output. Here you can see that it saves some time to write this code. Similarly, we have shorthand if else statement. So we can take c is equal to 90 again, and we will print a is smaller. When we print this, if a is smaller than b, else print so we don't need this statement, else print a is greater. When we save and run this, we are getting a is greater as the output. So here you can see that we can save some time while writing the code with shorthand if else. So now we have AND. The AND keyword is a logical operator and is used to combine conditional statements. For example, let's say we have c is equal to 90. If a is greater than b, and we will add some another condition, and c is smaller than a, then we will print a is greatest. So we are getting a is greatest as the output. So now let's change some condition, and now we will think. First of all, let me add some else statement, else, so that we can see the code how it is working. Else get out of the condition. Now we will change c to, let's say, 200. When we save and run this code, we are getting get out of the condition. Why we are getting this? Here you can see that AND condition. When AND condition is applied, so both the condition need to be satisfied. That is, a must be greater than b and c must be smaller than a. Only when these two conditions will satisfy, this statement a is greatest will be printed. Otherwise, else part will be printed. Similarly, we have OR statement. Now we will change AND with OR. So now first of all, pause this video and guess what is going to be the output of this. So I think you have guessed it right. A is the greatest is going to be the output. A is the greatest is the output. Why? We have OR statement. Either A is greater than B need to be satisfied, or C is less than A is need to be satisfied. So in this case, A is greater than B, A is greater than B, this condition is satisfied, so we are getting A is greatest as the output. Just write A, because in this case A is not the greatest number, obviously. So we are getting, run it again, so we are getting A as the output. So the next is the nested if. So this is going to be interesting. Let's say we have A is equal to 100 or 120. So let's write a condition if A is greater than 10, then print above 10. And now again, if A is greater than, let's say, 50, then print above 50. Else print greater. First of all, let us check its output. So we are getting above 10 and above 50 as the output. Here you can see there is a condition if which is inside this if statement. So this is called as the nested if. You can have if statement inside if statement. This is called nested if statement. So first of all, it will first check for this condition. If this condition is satisfied, then it will check for these conditions. Otherwise, it will check for else part. So now we have that pass. So the pass statement, if statement cannot be empty, but if you want to it for some another reason and you don't want some error in a code, then you will use pass. We will use b is equal to 100. For example, if b is greater than a, so we do not want to use it in our code at this moment of time. So we cannot leave this like this, because it is going to give us error, unexpected EO file while parsing. So it is going to give us error, so we cannot leave this in this way. So for this we can use pass. So now it is not going to give us error. So this was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video very much. Thanks for watching.